Players making their way out onto the field at Lynn Family Stadium. Let's meet the 22 who will begin this game. The lineup is absolutely loaded for this Louisville City FC side. On any given day, they run too deep any position. They basically have two 11s, but this is the group he picks tonight.
Three-back, Adams, Sharpie, and Tosh. What does that look like in terms of their structure? How compact can they be? And then you have Jake Morris and Manny Perez on either side. Their work rate to create overloads on the attacking phase of the game. And Davila and Wanya look for them to dictate tempo and play the speed that Danny Cruz wants to play. Wilson Harris will spearhead the attack.
Now on this Miami FC side for Antonio Nocerino, it looks like this.
It's going to be a lot of fluidity. Desart and Bota, they'll be the mainstays as they want to sit right in front of that back three to have that security. Shield Molina, Galeanis, and Joseph.
Louisville can set the home wins and home goals record in USL Championship history. We are underway from Lynn Family Stadium. Happy to have you along with Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. It's interesting for Danny Cruz. Miner's going to be in the middle as far as the backbone of this team. Outside of that, a lot of interchangeability makes them unpredictable. And already 3 corners, 10 minutes in. This is going to be a theme. Miami sitting deep, Louisville pressuring them. It's just a matter of forcing Miami to break as they continue to bend.
You've seen the last 2 corner kicks for Lou City. Dive reluctant to go to that near post, that far post area.
This time he goes near post and the header's in! They change it up, the result's different, and Sean Tosh puts Louisville in front.
Just mentioned the location that Danny Cruz wanted to hit with his first couple corner kicks was that far post. So now you send everyone far and you allow Sean Tosh to crash towards that near post, slash across his individual marker. Palacios does not need to hit it hard, just simply redirect it. Snap over his left shoulder.
Perez from Manny to Adrian Perez. Adrian Perez weaving inside. Perez goes for goal. It deflected wide. Gagliardi had a beat onto the far post.
For Miami FC, in between lines, great ball.
Perez drives it.
Just keep talking about how expansive Lou City is. It starts with Adrian Perez, the forward centrally. Now Manny Perez, he's on the top line yet again, just riding the line. Plays out the blind side of Marana. He never sees him. Good action from Lou City.
Davila. Morris from distance. Touched aside by Gagliardi. Another corner coming. Really piling up. All these records, by the way, held by that 2019 Phoenix Rising side. Home goals, Phoenix that year 51. Louisville right now at 50. And Phoenix had 78 points, 24 wins, 89 goals. Louisville coming into tonight 13 points away with 5 games to play, within reach. They came in 3 wins away. It could be 2 at the end of the night. They give it away here. Battling around the ball. Palacios is taken away. Perez goes for goal, and it's saved by Gagliardi. And the last of those, the total goals again, Phoenix 89. Serrano or Davila? It is once again Davila. This time drives it in, the header off target from Wilson Harris. Haven't called his name a ton yet. That was his first really good look.
Slashing across your individual marker is the top priority when the ball's wide, because you get the right body angle. Then you just need to help the ball on. Get clean contact on it. Wilson Harris unable to time it and get underneath the ball. Those are the ones that a striker you just wanted to skim off the back of your head and guide it into that far post. But if Wilson Harris give him the ability to get the overhead kick. But if you are Miami FC, yes, in possession, how do you break in between lines? But also in transition, you have to connect that first pass out of the back.
Serrano for Davila, has it on his preferred left foot. Thought about a strike. Cuts back to his right, lays it off for Morris. Never afraid to shoot from distance. Jake Morris lets this one fly. Denied by Gagliardi. I dare you to find a more confident player in USL Championship when it comes to lining it up from distance than Jake Morris. It's chopped through for Wilson Harris. Tries to cut it back for McFadden. Now gets it there.
Ball's into the dangerous area. So now, especially if you are Jake Morris or Aiden McFadden, you're going to see a lot of success. So bypassing that initial pressure into the weak side is going to be important for Lou City.
Settled, Jansen Wilson, fake the volley, now out to McFadden. Wilson wants it back. Still McFadden went for the ceiling and instead got the crowd. Flicked on in the space for Molina. His first touch leads him now to Gavilanes from distance. There is the first shot of the night for Miami. Kyle Adams carries ahead. Serrano calling for it.
Great turn.
Out wide to Jansen Wilson. Wants to give and go with McFadden. Turns inside instead. Serrano goes for goal. Was off balance.
You get all 11 players behind the ball. That's one of the hardest things to do in football. Watch out here.
Nice give and go. Gavilanes, and he curled it just wide. A warning shot there for Louisville, and what is still a one-goal game despite the one-sided dominance can go away the lead just like that.
Finding some more success because there's some numbers in a higher area. Davila and Elijah Winder both get beat, get caught ball watching. And Gavilanes sends Damian Loss scrambling towards his near post.
Sometimes. Cutting in, it's Jansen Wilson, now Ray Serrano. Goodrum going east to west. Goodrum tried to sneak it back near post. That is 4 out of a starting 11 if you want to form another second unit for this Louisville side.
Just going back to that point that you made about this Lou City side.
Gavilanes tries from distance again. It's twice now that he's gotten in that area, let it fly and tested Damian Loss.
He's playing now as the true number 10 underneath Joseph. We talked about him in the open, a special play for Miami FC if he gets a service in the areas of the field that he wants to operate in, right off the shoulder of Davila and Elijah Winder. About the third time that we've seen Gavilanes pull the trigger, unable to really test Damian Loss. Just going back to your point about this Lou City side, you talked about the reaction, not letting those 1 defeats turn into 2, turn into 3 in the mentality. I also think you have to talk about how talented they are and how deep they are.
No doubt.
They don't have the opportunity.
Goodrum delivering. Winder. A lot of that, to your point, is even in some instances where they do rotate from game to game to keep legs fresh, or if they do lose and shake up the lineup a bit, they're not losing any quality. Over the top from Serrano to McFadden, squared back, and Goodrum! Clinical from Louisville for Philip Goodrum. It's another tally in purple. It's 7 on the season.
Fantastic bit of play from Lou City yet again. You start on one side of the field, you end on the other. Is a way that you can break through this mid to low block, but it all comes down to the movement of Philip Goodrum. As his ball goes to the byline, Mitrano gets caught ball watching, so just watch his secondary movement. Well done from Aiden McFadden as well to cut back.
In 2022 with Memphis, 21 goals. A thorn in Louisville's side. Going back to that 2022 season, Philip Goodrum now doing it for Louisville. And they want more now. Saved by Gagliardi, the rebound off the bar. And Ray Serrano will have nightmares about that one from now through Halloween.
Cruz mentioned on our phone call, you get that secondary goal. Now things start to open up. You let Sam Guido go at this back line a bit more direct. And it's the second time that we've seen Gagliardi parry this ball into a traffic area for Ray Serrano to settle his feet. Now you have to ask the question, you don't need to swing at it. Just let it hit. You run through it, and you find the back of the net, and you give Lou City a 3-0 lead. It's sound weird to say, but I do think Ray Serrano tries too hard. Never want to shy away from any physical battles.
Winder, and a soft touch. Goodrum threading it through for Galito. Saved by Gagliardi. Cheeky little toe poke from Galito. It's all he can muster up given the space and time he had, or lack thereof. Serrano, 10 to play. More contact in the area. Galito. That's it back. Galito floats it in. There was a bit of your revenge from Philip Goodrum. He just knocked over Medrano and told him to get up. Fortunate that it didn't negate the attack for Louisville and get called for the foul. Goodrum again guarded by Medrano. He wants to go at him if he can. Now he serves the ball instead. Jensen Wilson's there. Gagliardi makes the stop. One back by Louisville. They've got the numbers here, 4-on-3. Orchestrated by Galito. Feeds Serrano, wants it back. Serrano goes at it himself, and it's the exclamation point for Louisville City.
Sloppy from Miami FC, and then look how quickly they make this a transitional meet. Give credit to Galito, the patience to pick up his head, and as he continues his run, that adds a
number of different levels. They take home their first two records tonight. Most single-season home wins, most single-season home goals, and a 3